Well, this week's walk, we're starting at the Bolton Le Sands Bowling Club. We'll be back here halfway through the walk for some pie and peas, pickles. It's a Bolton Le Sands Pie Day walk. And the B's and C's are going to walk together today. We're going to go out over the moss towards the beach, walk along the seashore, over Red Bank and Red Bank Farm, and then back along the canal. Bernard's not here today, so Peter's leading, so I'll get Peter in a moment to show us the route. So this is Peter this morning. Good morning.
Morning, Andrew. And here we are at Bolton Le Sands Bowling Club, and we're going to do a loop this morning because it's Pie Day. So we're coming back here for our pies. So we're setting off from the bowling club, which is here, I think. Where is it? It's around about here. I'm not sure where it is actually.
Next to the canal.
Yeah, anyway. So we're going down to the canal, and then we're going to come down the canal as far as the swing bridge. Is that right, Norman?
That's right, yeah.
Yes. And then we're going to go down the little track to the main road, walk back up the main road past the petrol station, and then on the road over to the shore. Now, we could possibly have done a footpath here, but Norman tells me it's flooded, so we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
When we get to the shore, walk along the shore a bit, and then over Red Bank, which is our big climb of the day, to as much as 21 metres above sea level. Back to Red Bank Farm, and along the shore, way along the shore to the garden centre, Bayview Garden Centre, where we come back on the road through the housing estate, up to the canal, then back on the canal, back to
the pie shop,
bowling club for our lunch.
And that's where C Group are going to finish.
And B Group in the afternoon are going to carry on.
From the bowling club, which I've lost again, which is round here somewhere, and then we're going to go up through past the bowling green, which is round here somewhere, and onto the track up past Hawks Heads and up to Mount Pleasant. And then we're going to go through the fields, which is the bit I'm not sure of, to find towards Netherkellet, but we don't get as far as Netherkellet, and then we come back down a track and come back down to the canal at Cragbank, and then we don't cross over the canal, but we walk on this path on this eastern side up to Barker Bridge, where we come back down to the canal, and then we come back on the canal to the bowling club. Now the morning walk is 3.6 miles with 250 feet of climbing. The afternoon walk is 3 miles with 302 feet of climbing.
So there we go.
There you go.
So that holds us in good stead. The man with the map doesn't even know where the bowling club is on it, so this could be an interesting day. But there are loads of us, so we're going to have to be in single file along the canal track. Here we go. First turning is off the little road from the village of Bolton Le Sands, which is up there, and we're crossing the packet boat bridge and down here now onto the canal. So we're going through the big gate. The skinny ones are going through the little gap in the wall. So here we go. This has got some history to it, I would think, because these bridges could tell some tales of canal barges coming through and packet horses and everything. So we've just come down there from where you see the white houses there, bridge behind the boats, the barges. Flags are in full blow today. Even this one, disgraceful. Flag of Yorkshire in North Lancashire. You can't get at it though, that's the problem, because there's no way across the water, so it's got to stay there. It's a lovely walk along here, particularly now when there's no leaves about, because you get a view across the bay towards the lakes. It's a lovely little canal walk along here, just elevated slightly from the shore, probably about 20-30 feet above the road, and just a lovely little walk. Another bit further on where the view opens up again across to the lakes, so I'll try and get that on film. These are the houses of Bolton Le Sands, getting towards Hest Bank now. We've got some nice views. Nice balconies up at the top there, overlooking the houses on the right here. And I'm sure that a bit of judicious pruning on the shrubbery, they'll get cracking views over the bay. Yeah. Oh, this looks like an ideal picture stop for the Daily Bridge photo. Will the bridge hold 18 of us? Hopefully, because it holds cars as well. This is the cottage, and I think this used to be the toll house for people crossing the sands. There's the canal, and now they're just lining up now for picture time. Like a platoon of soldiers heading to the front. Anyhow, we've come down off the bridge, come down a little path here, which brings us down to the main road between Bolton Le Sands and Morecambe, which you can hear the traffic going down behind me. And we're going to turn right here, or they're going to turn right here onto the main road and head towards the path to take us over towards Red Bank and Red Bank Farm. Is the West Coast Main Line. Avanti trains. I don't think they're on strike. We've seen one or two going through, but this is a dead straight line here from Hest Bank right through Carnforth. It goes far away. Well over 100 miles an hour. The trains will come through here. So that's up towards Carnforth that way. And this way is down to Hest Bank Crossing and then on to Lancaster. And there's something coming along here now. Let's see just how fast it's going. This looks like a Trans-Pennine Express, I think. Oh, it's an Avanti. There it goes. It's well away from us by now. Look at it. That's an Avanti heading to Caledonia. So we've come off the railway bridge and now we're walking just along the road alongside a caravan park here. Big static caravan park here. Also holiday caravans as well. I think there'll be some mobiles coming in. And this very well sited leads us up this little incline here to the shore, hopefully, and then we're going across there and over that little bump just over to Red Bank Farm. So here's the caravan site and the entrance there. A lady feeding one of the big goats, and as you can see, ideally placed for instant access to the shore. Beautiful, beautiful location. This is Red Bank House on the right here, and then we're coming out now. The chaps are heading up the hill in front of me, but this is across to the bay, or on the bay now. Not across to it at all. There we go. Right the way along there to the stone jetty and the Broadway, bare flats, all along there. And then we're coming out to the coast, and when we get to the top of that little rise in front of us, we'll have another look across the bay. Okay, we're here now at the top of that little rise that I was talking about. The majority of the group have already gone through that gate there, heading down to Red Bank Farm. We're stopping at Archer's Cafe. Behind them, the Yorkshire Dales. That towards Ingleborough, Howgills. This is Walton Crag. We're heading our way around now to Onside Knot. And then just coming around the South Lakes district, Grange over Sands, and heading towards Cartmel. The lakes are out of view today because of the mist and the rain. We're going to follow it round. You can barely make out the workshops at BAE at Barrow, all the wind farms, and then we're across there to the stone jetty again I talked about before, coming around here, and then to the flats at the new flats at Broadway, which is the one on the left in the centre there. The one on the right is the power station at Heysham behind it. The flats at Beach Street at Princess Crescent at Bear, and then coming round through Hess Bank along the coastline here, Lancaster at the back, right away over there, and then back to the caravan site that we just walked through. A bit of grey cloud coming. So coming down the other side of the bump now, the other side of the hill, just climbed a little stile there, and over there's the village of, the start of the village of Bolton Le Sands. We're heading that way, crossing the stile there. Right in the background there, you can just make out Ingleborough. But along here is a sculpture, a monument to the cockle pickers, Chinese cockle pickers who were tragically killed a number of years ago now when they were working in the dark, been brought across by gangmasters, and they were working in the dark in the bay, and the tide came in, and the tide comes in pretty quick here, and it's called, you can see praying show, and that was to pray for those people that lost their lives in this very, at the wrong time of day, very inhospitable water that they drowned in. Long story with it, not going to go into it today. Archer's Cafe then, we can find the sign somewhere around here. There we go. Archer's Cafe, very popular little spot for people just either walking the sands or coming out with the cars. Good breakfast bun there. And this is still the wild and rugged bay. And then we've set up a little coconut shy down here. I think it's about, you can probably get 5 balls for £5, or bricks or stones or whatever, and see how many you can knock off. So we're heading over there towards the White House and the Bayview Garden Centre, back up there, back up to the canal and back to IMP's.
Yeah, it's okay.
We've got a tea and coffee stop here at Archer's and a good chat. Yeah, everybody's getting lined up now. Alan's ready. He's off on his own. I think he's trying to work out where he's going to go. So he wants to start. I think we're all ready to set off anyway. And we're still going in a virtually easterly direction. Well, I guess easterly direction towards Bolton Le Sands. Along the coastal path, a very well used coastal path this by a lot of dog walkers. Frank's here trying to snow glide or whatever he's trying to do, I don't know. But we've got him on the camera. Just met the A party going the other way, so with any luck we may get the pies first. Let's see. This is an interesting ploy, watching the old men cross at the main road. This is taking the lives at risk. And now we're heading back onto the canal, back towards the bowling club at Bolton Le Sands and our pie and peas. Just go up Wingrove,
Go in the canal.
at the back of the shops there. And we're coming up here onto the canal.
And bacon butties.
Mind that bloody wall.
2 sugars in mine.
The Salamanca. And there we go. Places go back down the canal. So in dribs and drabs, back where we started, at the bowling club here, Bolton Le Sands, and we're split, but it's going to be the parting of the ways as well. The B's and C's are going to split apart. As I say, in dribs and drabs we're making our way into the finishing point for the C party. We're all having pie and peas, but they're having a longer break than us.
Sorry, hello there. Put your best face forward.
Don't have it X-rayed. I went and have it X-rayed. Come back Thursday and we'll see its result. And he said, what you call it, it says you in need of a new long.
Let's see your fancy apron. Let's see your fancy apron. Yeah.
So we go again. Two becomes one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us by the looks of things. Yeah, 8 of us heading off as B group, not B and C. Lakes are coming into view across the bay there. Just see some of the stuff coming out of the cloud. Let's hope that the rain, if there is any, hangs off. And there's the last of the pie providers. So we'll see you later. Bye, Bernard.
It's always best.
So we've cut off the track now, and we're just heading a little slight detour along a footpath. And we cut back round. So we're doing two sides of a triangle, I think, between us. We've just passed Mount Pleasant up there, beyond that silo. And Mount Pleasant was a farm which had the furthest north vineyard in England. It's now closed, but you couldn't see anything of it. But that was where it used to be, Mount Pleasant Farm, Bolton Le Sands. This is a which way are we going committee meeting. Maps, sat-navs, all sorts of things being used here. Everything. In fact, I think I've seen Peter Smith at one stage just lick his finger and stick it in the air and get a blow on it. So that was one committee meeting. There's another one here, and this is we think this is the way we're going. It's now just had a little spatter of rain. You probably saw it coming on the film last time, the last bit of clip. And now we're just south of Carnforth. There's a wind tower there on one of the quarries. This is Warton Crag here in front of me, and we're going round over there towards the bay, but we're going to start dropping down soon and back onto the canal to walk back towards Bolton Le Sands. So now we've got our view of the bay again. Weather coming in again over the lakes, over the bay, over towards Arnside and Arnside Knot, and then round this corner under the tree and by the bush is Warton Crag. Now we've cut off from the path, heading back. The canal's on my left, just there, but we're on a path now to the east of the canal that's taken us alongside it, parallel, and just going back towards Bolton Le Sands, where we'll cross the canal and go onto the canal footpath. And here we are, just looking back over Bolton Le Sands towards Morecambe. Power stations at Heysham, a little bit of the bay there towards Hess Bank, over the lump, the bay again, coming round, and we've got now, let's look at these, let's see if we can get them in properly. Yeah, I think we can. Look at the lakes there. Take us a bit to get there. We can finally see them. This is the Coniston end, I'm thinking, yeah. The Coniston with the Lamb Range. And coming round, sorry, to Arnside Knot again. And finally on to Warton Crag. Lovely. And finally, just as the rain starts, we've got back. We're all ready for home. So next week, supposed to be Gummers How. We'll see you then. Bye.